Well, this is basically a response video of sorts. There's two subjects I have to do a video on, and so I just figure this will be sort of a test video. I'm going to mess with some digital effects because I have to, I think make these videos better. So I'm sorry I just wasted 30 seconds of your time. To the point. It's just it's so discouraging. It's either you have to talk to religious people who are morons and have no scientific literacy, and so the argument gets preposterous because they don't understand physics and biology or any of these other subjects, and and they have these fanciful notions about magic dust that makes things happen. So it becomes, it's just this, constant obstacle to having rational discussion about reality. But then the other side of it is you get on YouTube or whatever, and you network with these other people that, have minds and thinking, working. They have some scientific literacy and, even some exceptionally substantial literacy, but you run into a new obstacle because you're still fighting this innate human want or whatever desire to make this somehow mean something, reject reality because it isn't suitably magical enough, or mystical in this case. And so this video is sort of directed at the modern mystic. He just it's just no. I mean, you just end up wasting time. I mean, talking, arguing nonsense. I mean, the meaning of I. Well, who cares? The world's going to end soon. All right, human civilization is going to be destroyed because everybody's fucking preoccupied with bullshit. They're either preoccupied by selfish bullshit, or they're having theoretical discussions about the meaning of I and whether we are really us or whether we are just the thing that does this stuff, and the us part is just some residue sitting on top of that makes us feel like we're connected to it. But whatever, who cares? Does it make a fucking difference? I have to call myself me. That's who I am. I am me. Me, myself, me. That's who I am. I don't know how else to define me, to separate me from you, other than to call me me. So fuck it. I don't, you want to argue about what it is, what it means exactly, go ahead. Fuck it. I don't see any fucking goddamn point. It's just so fucking irritating to waste time arguing babble. And then he comes up with this challenge to explain, how we think, and how we decide, or how we, make a judgment, or how we do all this stuff, and how we have a thought. And I mean, obviously, the brain is a bunch of fucking goop. I mean, I can't explain to you exactly how the goop works, and just as I can't explain exactly how, all the little switches inside of a piece of silicone that's making this video possible works either. But the theory behind it is perfectly understood. I mean, it's well enough understood. I mean, obviously, we didn't build a human brain. Obviously, we can't just play with one anytime we want to figure out how it works. I mean, I can't, start sticking electrodes into a fucking person's brain to see what the hell happens. I can't experiment on it. I can't dissect it. When it's working, I have to wait till it's dead. And so, what's the point? It's broken when it's dead. It doesn't work anymore. But whatever, So yes, so somehow it's important to come up with some kind of specific idiotic answer that explains how the neuron is a, 50 lead transistor and that it's switching blah blah blah. Well, who cares? It just really doesn't friggin' matter. The idea of that logic is a matter of comparison and switching. The whole you've talked on the subject of the fact that it's all or nothing with the brain, that there's switches, and they're either turned on or they're turned off. I mean, you've even conceded that point. And so what am I having this fucking discussion with you for? Why the fuck do you force me to fucking argue about this crap for? I mean, it's such a colossal fucking waste of time. And why? Because you have some resistance to the goddamn truth. You want the leprechaun, you want the magic dust, you want the unicorn, you want the fucking bullshit. You want some spiritually satisfying answer that says, oh, there's magic dust in the universe and it makes us conscious and it makes this happen, it makes that. No, fuck that. There isn't any. Okay, there's electrons and protons and neutrons and whatever, gabatons and pseudotrons and blah blah blah. Who the fuck cares? All right, all we know is look, Einstein told us, energy cannot be created or destroyed, and he also told us, yeah, it has to behave, it has to follow these fucking rules. All right, and that's all there is. There isn't any magic. All right, so there is an explanation. I think my explanation, which will be posted over there, to the discussion where he wasted my day arguing bullshit, okay, and then accused me of not answering the fucking question. Just idiotic, stupid fucking question. Yeah, he thinks we're all omelets. Yeah, no, I'm not a fucking omelet. All right, asshole. I've worked 47 years to acquire a fucking understanding. I have worked at it. Okay. So I'm not going to sit there and call myself a fucking omelet. And I'm not a goddamn maggot either. And I'm not a fucking grasshopper. Alright? And I'm not an egotist either. I don't think I'm the fucking greatest thing in the goddamn universe. I think fucking human beings are just two-headed maggots in a lot of ways if they don't use their goddamn brain. Alright? I have no love for the fucking human race. Alright? But I'm not a big enough asshole to sit there and deny the very thing that makes me fucking different than the rest of these fucking creatures consuming each other. Yeah, I have the capacity to know that's stupid. Alright, and it comes right, yeah, the wheels are turning all the fucking time and the stuff rises to consciousness, and guess what? Consciousness is kind of slow. The brain's working at a zillion gigahertz a second, and I can only think so fast consciously, right? Only a little bit of it can drivel up to this conscious level where I can only, words have to follow each other, everything has to be comprehensible to me. I can only speak so fast, I only think so fast. That's the way it works, that's how consciousness is. Okay, it's the end game. Alright, all the real work was done by the brain, okay, and the consciousness gets to realize the end product. But regardless, it just like I said, I've explained it as best I can explain it using an analogy to computer software and software that is in fact editing itself, and that's what the brain is constantly doing. This experience, I have gained the knowledge from this experience. I have realized, oh man, if somebody's smart, really educated, you can't count on them having any kind of intelligence. It's kind of that might sound like a contradiction. Yes, they're a very smart idiot because they'll waste fucking time over goddamn fucking words. I mean, damn it. Okay, so whatever your magic little theory is, that's the other part of this game you're playing. You're like a fucking god. You're some asshole who's playing some kind of logic game, some kind of silly game where you know some little secret and you're gonna punchline it somewhere. And so you just play this asshole game where you ask fucking preposterous questions to people, let them waste their fucking time, so you can sadistically sit there and watch them squirm like bugs, while you contradict everything they say with rubbish, with bullshit rhetoric, with nonsense, with jibber jabber, with crap, and then you think yourself you've accomplished something. You haven't accomplished shit. All you've done is waste fucking time. Time that could have been used constructing argument and conveying understanding that would have been meaningful and useful. Okay, but arguing about the meaning of I is just is as silly as wasting my time trying to figure out whether God's wearing blue jeans or a dress. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. So, look, I didn't want to get just on that subject. I wanted to move on to these other agnostic assholes who can't commit to anything. I mean, you can't have a rational argument with somebody who says, oh yeah, all the idiot morons who, made up a God that was silly, well, they're all crazy. But I'm not crazy because I presume there's a God anyway. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you just presume a God. You have the education, know evolution, you know what thunder is, you know what lightning is, you know what the stars are, you know all that stuff. And so you can say those stupid idiots were wrong to invent a God, but you're not wrong when you have all this knowledge and you end up inventing one. You're a fucking idiot. So anyway, this has just been depressing, so end of the video.